Carolina Panthers. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go option to the short side. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Sanders. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. This winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now hold everything here. We're going to get it. The offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Walker. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This a 33-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, on to kick it away, it's Pinheiro. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Walker now. That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see
touchdown Panthers. LaVisca Chenault, an 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After one, it's 9-0. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's got some space here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll option coming right. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. Steps away. It's complete. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they go play action. Here's Walker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
4th down, Walker. Rolling to his right. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, Walker again. There's Trimble, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Pinheiro is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's Walker. And that is incomplete. But it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. J.C. Horn, really nice defensive effort. He'll get the tackle for loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Walker. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Walker. There's another one complete to Shenault.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd down and 7. To throw is Walker. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, it's Walker. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Walker. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Walker's throw complete there to Thomas. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Etor Gross Matos there to bring him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Second catch for him, and it'll wind up a first down. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd down, back to Sanders. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And that right there has to be one of the toughest plays for a quarterback. I mean, he rolled left, threw it all the way back to the right side, maybe a little ill-advised.
That was very simply a no.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Thomas brings it in. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded.